Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. Happy Thanksgiving. How about them Cowboys getting another victory today over the New York Giants on Thanksgiving? It's been a while since we saw the Cowboys win on Thanksgiving Day. We wore the throwbacks today, coming out there dominant, 28-20 victory. Sluggish start in the first half after a 40-3 shellacking over the Minnesota Vikings when they were 8-1 on the road. They're now 9-2, by the way. They just beat the New England Patriots. I finished up watching that before getting on here to record. But what an exciting time and day for us as Cowboys fans, and just enjoying this product, watching the growth of this team, seeing them just find themselves and really one of the most dominant products right now in the NFL. And it's crazy saying that out loud. But if those of you who are really paying attention to the entire league and you're watching, all of these teams, that's why I spent time before I recorded watching Minnesota and New England, watching Buffalo and Detroit earlier today, and who are the contenders out there. So, now the Cowboys sit at 8-3, very good position coming into the final stretch. We'll have a little bit of time off after this Thanksgiving game, but just tough division game against the Giants, who came into this game at 7-3, and you know very banged up on the offensive line, especially New York. But first off, credit to Brian Dable and his coaching staff. That Brian Dable is a very good coach and came out with a lot of counter, a lot of misdirection, move in the pocket, bootleg, and really trying to manipulate, looks and make things easier for Daniel Jones to work, knowing that they can't just turn around and run the football, knowing that they can't go straight drop back pass, especially, even with if they were able to, their weapons against our secondary, they're just outmatched. So a lot of what you saw in terms of keeping the Giants hanging around and some of the things that were in play was to me coaching by Brian Dable. So credit to him for doing that. But when the Cowboys got in halftime, I don't know if it was the Jonas Brothers or what, and got themselves refocused and locked in the way we saw them locked in Minnesota. They're a scary football team. They come out there, they go 21 points unanswered, and they close out the game. We know, they scored a garbage time touchdown, and Maher missed the field goal for the point shaving conspiracy theorists out there. But overall, just another impressive performance. And you guys know we are going to break it down. I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor. Well, first of two sponsors. First off, busr.com/fanatic. The official sponsor, the official sportsbook, official betting partner of Fanatic Perspective. When you guys hit busr.com/fanatic, this is the landing page it will take you to. And, I got a nice little welcome video here, betting rules, and just full collaboration with BUSR. So take advantage of that. busr.com/fanatic, promo code sports100FP. And right now it's 100% free play match on all initial deposits within the first 24 hours. And that link is there as well for you guys to take advantage. A lot of betting rivalry weekend in college football. A lot of people looking to bet on the big game. A lot of people looking to bet on Texas Baylor tomorrow. Those of you who follow my channel for Longhorn content, Florida State, Oregon State, USC, Notre Dame. The list goes on. So if you're looking to partner up with somebody who can take care of your betting needs, look no further than BUSR. The other one I wanted to while we got them here, Last Stand Hats, laststandhats.com/fanatic, promo code fanatic10, 10% off at checkout. Those guys there are amazing. I was actually at my Thanksgiving dinner, showing some family members some of the polos and just some of the university series that is available at Last Stand Hats. And we even got our boy here, Brock Cunningham, got some polos here for him. and the whole bit. So those of you who are UT fans supporting the site, this is what it looks like. But hit up laststandhats.com/fanatic. Use that Fanatic10 promo code to take advantage. We got some golf polos here and just a whole bunch of gear on the site. So it's not just hats. If you're not a hat head and you're looking for more gear or somebody to gift for a golf shirt or anything like that, take advantage of Last Stand Hats. Guys, starting off, just defensively, because this defense, I've said it over and over, led by Dan Quinn, is absolutely special. Coming into the game, knowing that New York was disadvantaged, I think that allowed Mike McCarthy to be a little bit more aggressive than he normally is, to allow Mike, and we saw that early in the game work against us. But one of the things is a few takeaways. First game that we played against New York on Monday night earlier this year, Daniel Jones was running all over the place. And today we held Daniel Jones really in check in the quarterback run game, right? So let me pull up those stats here, because I think that was something that really impressed me, like just right off the cuff, like seeing the containment plan. I think we held him under 20 yards rushing today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so if we pull that up here, Daniel Jones holding him to 14 yards rushing, which is huge because he's a guy who has killed us, even earlier this year in our matchup where we still were able to come away with the win after trailing in the first half when we had Cooper Rush in there. Daniel Jones running all over the place. Today, we take away that. We don't give up the big run to Saquon Barkley like we gave up last time, where we had some of those run game leaks. We hold Saquon under 40 yards rushing. His longest run today, 10 yards. Just an incredible performance. Many of those yards you see there, 300 total yards. Again, that's really that last drive where we kind of just took our foot off the gas and let them walk in. But from the second quarter, when they kind of hit that 13-point mark, through the rest of the game, we really pitched a shutout defensively. And we have to give flowers. Micah Parsons right now is off to a historic start. I mean, when you factor in he now has 12 sacks. He came into this game with 10 sacks. He has 12 sacks now on the season through 11 games. He has, in 27 career games, now 25 sacks. This is Lawrence Taylor. This is oh my God. This is an athletic defensive weapon that can be deployed at so many levels of the defense. But I can't speak highly enough to what I saw from a respect standpoint from the New York Giants when at the end of the game, they're down 15 points and they felt more comfortable running the football and sacrificing precious clock because they knew if they put their quarterback in any type of drop back scenario under those conditions. And it's not just Micah. This is Dorrance Armstrong, who now I believe has 8 sacks already on the season. This is Tank Lawrence. This is, all the dogs we have up front. This is not a one-man band party by any means. My boy Sam Williams, whenever they do let that dog off the leash, he's a problem. Okay, so this isn't a one-man band by any means. But it starts with 11 because he's the best defensive player in football, in my opinion, right now. Right now. I still think Aaron Donald's the most dominant when on, but what Micah is doing and the way Micah manipulates other teams, it's incredible to watch. It really is incredible to watch. So, I mean, we have to appreciate just the historic start Micah is off to under our franchise. I mean, we hit a home run, a grand slam. We have a generational player that we get to watch every single week play football. And I know we nitpick so many things, and I'll get to the offense and Dak and just breaking some of those things down. But we nitpick so much with this team as fans, and we're fans. That's what we do. All right. So I'm not going to dive too much into that, but we have to be appreciative of the greatness that we're seeing because it's incredible. Also, quick shout out to Damone Clark, who started today and has been again another gem. A guy who was on that same level as Nakobe Dean production wise at LSU. He just didn't play with the same level of team. But with the knee injury and the setbacks that he had, we're thinking, oh, this is a guy we're stashing for 2023, and here he is in 2022 as a rookie, balling for us, and is one of our leading tacklers today. Did get credit for the forced fumble on Daniel Jones. That one bounced back into his belly. But Damone Clark is just, getting better and better each and every week. And this defense is flying. I've never, as a Cowboys fan, enjoyed more than this unit, this group, 2022, watching my team on defense. You see Trayvon Diggs here on the stat sheet, but you notice you barely, if any, ever heard his name called in pass defense. Now he did get called for the defensive hold on the or on the pick that Donovan Wilson did that got negated, and we were sloppy there. Those are things that happen. I'm arguing with my brother Kieran on Twitter right now about Dak as we move over to the offensive side, and he's talking about sloppiness and things of that sort. Well, the Trayvon Diggs hold on defense, or Tank Lawrence giving up contain from time to time, or Tank Lawrence missing a swipe for a fumble, where we have it. Like, there's sloppy things, there's sloppy plays that happen from great players. But we shouldn't use those certain moments and grade on this impossible scale and ignore all the good they do. Because I'm seeing people hyper focus on the interceptions that Dak threw today, which, let's break those down, right? Like, even today's picks, he throws a pick. Yes, the pick was on him, the one to Michael Gallup, 100%. No, not saying it was a bad throw. However, he sees Kayvon Thibodeau jump, and he's thinking he has a free play, and he's just not on the same accord. He throws more of a comeback to Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup runs his original route. If they're on the same page there, that play doesn't happen. Or if he gets the offside call, then it's negated because he thinks he has a free play. He has to be more, he can't be careless or cavalier with the football like that. Those things happen, especially with guys that are trying to push the football down the field and take chances and make plays. That's also the same guy that's ripping 25-yard dig routes to CeeDee Lamb effortlessly to get us down the field. That's also the same guy making incredible throws on 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line and putting perfect ball placement to Dalton Schultz. So we have to be fair in analyzing this and not just focus on cherry picking the negative plays that occur that happens with every quarterback. I mean, think about the greatest quarterbacks of all time. John Elway threw careless picks. Brett Favre threw hella careless picks. Peyton Manning threw careless picks. All these quarterbacks throw careless picks. I'm not saying Dak's even on that level. Of course not. But what I am saying is, let's judge this fairly, because Bob Stern, tweeted out, astutely, since Dak Prescott has returned to the Cowboys, it's now been 5 games, okay, since he came back against the Lions. We're 4-1. We're averaging 33.8 points per game, which actually leads the NFL in scoring since he's come back. So we were a team hovering around that 17 to 20 point mark with Cooper Rush and still winning. Dominant defense. Cooper took great care of the football, made some timely throws. We got our run game going with Tony and Zeke. And, we were still scoring maybe a touchdown or two every week and beating people with 17, 20, 22 points per game. I think Cooper Rush topped out at 25 points against Washington. Since Dak Prescott has come back, he had 24 points against the Detroit Lions that he led us to. The last 4 games, we've scored at least 28 points per game, minimum, with 240 burgers in there. Now let's break that down even further. Because what scale are we even judging our quarterback on anymore? Let's break that down even further. We're first and third down. We're third in the league in third down and first in points per play. We lead the league in scoring since he's been back these last 5 games. If we look at who leads the league in scoring points per game overall in the NFL right now, that would be the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. and Eric Bieniemy, that incredible offense that's been humming for years, they averaged 30 points per game. So for however you feel about Dak Prescott and hyper fixating on just the mistakes or some of the, just the habits that he may have that you don't like or whatever, the production says otherwise. The production, when compared to his peers, he amplifies our offense from 17, 20 points per game to 33.8 to tops in the league. That's the production we're getting from QB1. So please understand that while the running game is there and that's still the strength of where we're based out of, I mean, you look at the rushing attempts, we ran the ball 39 times, we threw the ball 30 times. I think that's the formula everybody wants to be in. Nobody's sitting here saying that we're a drop back passing team. But we also have a receiving core where we're having a receiver right now in CeeDee Lamb, who I thought played very well today and got robbed of a touchdown in the back of the end zone. That new rule, that toe to heel rule, that BS makes no sense. And I would like to see that rule adjusted in the offseason. If you're allowed to toe drag and not even get the heel down, why should you be punished for getting your toe down and then the heel comes down? That makes literally no sense. But regardless, CeeDee Lamb today, over 100 yards receiving, generating multiple pass interference calls, playmaking on jet sweeps, and just being an offensive weapon all over. But he's still working as a number one. He still has flaws. He still has route running issues at times where he'll run a post instead of a dig. He'll have issues with drops. He had some drops today. And you'll see that a lot of the picks that Dak does throw sometimes are on CD, whether it's miscommunication with the route or not you're getting bodied up by some of these little corners at times where he can give a little bit better effort for the football or fight a little bit more. But again, these are nitpicky things compared to what the player is giving us, which is tons and tons of production. I'm excited for CeeDee Lamb's development as he develops into a true number one receiving option. That's in conjunction with Michael Gallup, who's still working back from injury. Gallup to me is looking healthier and healthier every week. And then we have our tight ends, the fun boys over here that decided to yuck it up after Peyton Hendershot gets a tight end jet sweep for a touchdown. So Kellen Moore, Dak, all these guys, we give them a hard time for nitpicky things and things that frustrate us. And yes, all of these things we have to be sharp come playoff time. Nobody says otherwise. We have to play our best football against the best opponents. But damn it, with the combination of what we have offensively production wise, and if you're producing at 33 something points per game and you have the best pass rush we've seen in probably over a decade in the NFL, and the amount of sacks we're generating with a generational player and Micah Parsons, the sky is truly the limit for this Cowboys team. The sky's the limit. And I can't wait. I mean, this is going to be fun. San Francisco's loading up. I was very impressed with how San Francisco has looked especially last week or in Mexico City on Monday night. And we know that that's the team that eliminated us. And, there's definitely some opponents out there. But who else in the NFC, right? Who else? We have the Eagles Christmas Eve. They going to get that smoke. That smoke's coming their way. But as we start to break down what these other teams look like, y'all tell me. Real rap. Y'all tell me. But anyway, shout out to this Cowboys team. Shout out to our sponsors, BOSR.com/fanatic, laststandhats.com/fanatic. Promo code there, Fanatic 10% off at checkout. Promo code on BOSR, Sports 100 FP. And thank you. Shout out to you guys who support this channel, support this content. It means the world to me as a content creator. It means the world to me to just be a fan and talk ball and connect with so many of y'all. And love this football team so much. It's been a pleasure. Thankful for this football team. Thankful to be able to watch good football every week. There's so many football fans out there that get crushed every week. I have friends who are Lions fans. You saw it earlier today, and they played a good football game against the Bills. And you still see them getting their own way at the end of the game. So be thankful for what we got. Be thankful for what we're building. Be thankful for some really great players we have on this football team, like Dak Prescott, like Micah Parsons, like Tank Lawrence, like CeeDee Lamb, like Tony Pollard, like Ezekiel Elliott, Trayvon Diggs. Be thankful. We got something going that here in Dallas that's special. I can feel it. Y'all can feel it. And this team right now is about to do something that we haven't done in 15 years, which is make the playoffs back-to-back years. We haven't even been a consistent franchise, y'all. We've been really up one year and then we go right back down. We've been really up one year and go right back down. This team right now is tracking perfect position to make the play back-to-back years. Just that. We haven't done that since the first year under Tony Romo, first and second year. So these are steps that, to Stephen Jones's point of being competitive year over year, this is what we want to see. And so when we get in those playoff situations and we get those opportunities, absolutely want to capitalize, but it's still, you still have to enjoy the season as a fan. You get 17, 18 weeks of this special, beautiful game that we're all thankful for to get those opportunities. So be thankful for that. Y'all, I appreciate y'all. All the love in the world. Take care of your families, but how about them Cowboys? We did it again today, 8-3. Let's get it. Peace.